I want to talk about black men and podcasts. There is a hellacious movement against black men having podcasts. Basically, they want us to shut up. What we say is not valid. We shouldn't have feelings and emotions. And that just goes back to earlier subject I spoke about earlier, and things I speak about often. What's safe for a black man? Where's our safe space? We've already been decades of black men explaining they can't be themselves, they can't be open, can't be emotional, they can't speak up about how they feel because it's deemed not manly, and then the podcasts come along and we can talk about it, and you can empty it and you can let it out, and then it's like, oh my God, you're doing too much. Oh no, not another black man on a podcast. Like if you get on Twitter, it's hellacious. If you get on Twitter, it's but it's also everywhere, where you see it, and I don't think that's right. Black men are one of the most highest men amongst suicide rates. And it goes, and if you ask a lot of people who either attempted suicide or have those thoughts, it's because they can't be themselves. They can't express, things. There's been points in my life where I've, been shamed, for, things I thought were normal and felt was normal, but they weren't, deemed manly. I wasn't being a man. I wasn't, being who they wanted me to be. And it's like, where's my safe space? Where's my space where I can be open, be me? I don't have to uphold this image. I don't have to be tough or strong. And it's like, who protects us? And that's another thing I was just speaking to somebody about, all day on the internet, not another podcast. Oh man, but who listens to men? When's the last time you asked a man how he felt? What he was going through? Like I've spoken this before, there's so many shelters in men and women's, spaces in the country. And I believe there was one at the time, maybe there's three now. There's 3 men's shelter in the country. There's not many hotlines for there's not many, dedicated programs to helping men, because for, as long as remember, being a man was, grinning and bearing it, taking the brunt of the punch and rolling with the punches. And to a certain extent, I understand that. And then, you have to let somebody, deflate, you have to let them, decompress. You have to let them speak their mind and, be who they're going to be and who they want to be. And it's just, someone has to protect us. Someone has to speak up for us. And it can't be us. It can't be men. It can't be black men because, we'll be deemed, so many things. It has to be a woman. A black woman, she has to speak up for us. Somebody has to speak up for us to say, hey, let him talk. Let them have their podcast. Let them speak on certain things. Let them open up. Who's going to do that for us? There's so many things, to protect women in place, or, so many movements saying, hey, we must protect women, especially black women. Who's going to do that for the man? I think it's unfair that, so many men have found, outlets, hobbies, certain ways to express themselves, whether it's podcasts, audio, video, and for people to downplay it, it's just like, okay, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? Like anything we do is going to be, called something, labeled something. It's going to knock off manly points. It's just, it's just messed up. So I want everybody to take time and, ask, somebody, how they're doing. A man, how's he doing? Anything he needs. Can you help him with anything? How's he feeling? Get into it. Make it a safe space for him as well, not just yourself. So I want to speak on that because I've been seeing it all over, and it's just like, not only do I have a podcast, but I'm a black man, and there's not many places I can go to talk. I can go to get counseling, and I've had counseling, and I know black men who have, but that's not the only outlet. Outside of that office, on that chair, you want to be able to talk about things and be yourself outside of there too, and not just when it benefits from somebody else or when you're agreeing or going along. You want to express who you are. So give a black man a space to do that today, whether it's in the house, in the car, at the job site. Give them a chance to be who they are. Seriously.